Farshidbagherian is a political analyst who joins us from Karaj here in Iran, and Libra Sankara, contributor at the Troika Collective, joins us from Miami. Welcome to you both. Let me start with you, Farshidbagherian. In particular, I want to ask you about the statement that was made by the Azerbaijani president, where it said that Azerbaijan's soil will not be used as a point of attack against Iran. Give us your reaction to that, and in particular, how the relationship between Iran and Azerbaijan are now fast-track on becoming normal and enhanced in the most recent development that has happened here.
Thank you very much. By means of this summit, as non-allied summit happening in Baku, and two neighbors, historical neighbors, Iran and Azerbaijan, are trying to be allied neighbors countries. This is a very important point. Anyway, the fact is the economic values, the historical values, cultural is not important in this summit. The main problem between Iran and Azerbaijan is constructing the trust and security. And Iran is maybe the tensions, escalation of the tensions between Iran and Baku relationship depends on the transatlantic and European and other actors that are there and their existence in the region. And this is the main problem between Iran and Baku. And Baku, told that, Mr. Aliyev itself told that we will not permit any other actor to use our soil for any attack to Iran. And this is the means of this sentence is constructing trust and security. And this is for your first question, yeah.
Okay, well, taking a look at what NAM is, Libra Sankara, let's not forget that after the UN, it's the largest grouping of countries, I think comprised of 120 of them. And a lot of the countries, if not most of them, if not all of them, in particular Iran, is against some of the imposition that some Western countries, in particular the US, has. One of the issues that NAM is supportive of is the Palestinian issue, of which obviously you have the perhaps other countries that don't particularly contribute to that. What is your impression of the importance of NAM, a non-aligned movement, which is not really mentioned as much, but still yields and has a special place when it comes to its contribution to the world?
I think NAM is very strategic in building towards peace and solidarity and understanding that we're trying to move towards a multipolar world. Iran has been very intentional with building partnerships. They recently have gone to Venezuela, Nicaragua, and Cuba, which is very strategic, to build with nations that are, again, trying to build towards peace and understand that Iran, a country that also suffers from sanctions, is in a strategic position to help them develop without taking advantage of them. And thankfully, Iran has been very strategic in building these alliances with other countries against the Western hegemonic power that exists in the US. And so I think the NAM is a strategic way to build infrastructure to develop Iran, but also strategically develop countries that in the future will help to build the economy of Iran and infrastructure in other developing countries.
All right, Farshid, same question really to you. We don't really hear about NAM as often as we should, given the number of countries that are involved in this organization, based on the variety of issues that exist in the world. I mentioned the Palestinian cause. I'm not too sure what you think would be important. Why do you think that it's not in the news as much, or maybe we're not seeing it, but perhaps it is a very active organization?
By the means of a multilateral world, I believe that the NAM concept is not effective anymore, because the region that we are living here, we are the evidence steadily, daily, the smuggling of drugs, smuggling of arms, human trafficking. And the region we are living right now is suffering from the geopolitical hazardous problems and issues, and it is not depend on the NAM, and NAM cannot resolve this problem. The NAM summit right now is somehow an opportunity to find out the counterpart to the escalation the tensions between the countries, and the NAM itself cannot resolve the problem, as I said before. Because if you can look at the region right now, we are suffering from the war, a huge war that somebody like me is calling and nominating as a third world war. And the second is, as I told you before, the tension in the whole region all. And the problem between Iran and the Azerbaijan itself is not only this, as I told before, this is Zengezur corridor, this is the regional problem, the geopolitical problem, changing of the geopoliticals in the issues, and this is very important thing, and the NAM cannot resolve this problem. NAM is some kind of, producing some opportunity to talk and to negotiate, because the endeavors, the diplomacy endeavors for resolving the problem is not sufficient. If you can see that diplomacy must try to resolve the problem in the friendly way. And this is the fact. NAM is some kind of these, corridors to find the friendly ways to talk, only just talk, not resolving any problem. This is for your second question. Yeah.
One of the pillars that I see NAM stands for, Libra Sankara, as I'm reading through it, is for it not to join any military bloc, opposed to any kind of military alliances, and it mentions NATO, Seattle, and the Warsaw Pact. That in itself is very major. Why do you think that then you have NAM to have that as one of its pillars for the countries that are members to follow?
Well, NAM has principles and values on the world that they would like to see exist, and so as NAM comes together, we see that they constantly are reaffirming peace. So the idea is not to engage in war, because one war will lead to more wars. And instead of providing resources for any side of a war, the best thing is to push for peace and to encourage those countries to push for peace, because it's strategic. Again, a lot of the countries that make up NAM are still developing. And so to get involved in wars that are oftentimes created and kind of pushed forward by more developed countries, it doesn't really help in the development process and the economic process that a lot of these countries are trying to build towards. They're not trying to have economies that are based off of war and disaster. They're trying to build peace, and they're trying to strategically build infrastructure in their countries to be able to do business with other countries in the region and begin to strengthen themselves as global powers in the future. And so I think it is strategic that they continue to push for peace, for solidarity, that they encourage talking versus pushing for war and escalating things that should not be escalated.
Thank you very much, Libra Sankara, contributor to Troika Collective. And thank you, Farshid Bagherian, political analyst from Karaj. Thank you so much.